Yeah. It's like this. I love hard, but I hate harder. I love hard, but I hate harder. I can give peace, but I can bring the slaughter. Better come correct, don't get out of order. I love hard, but I hate harder. I love hard, but I hate harder. I can give peace, but I can bring the slaughter. I'm sipping in the corner, bother. Yeah. Balance both energies and embrace both. Light and dark side duality, they both ride. Challenge to all the supposed successes. I regress into the lessons. Lyrical aggressor. I wasted precious time trying to connect the dots. Neglecting my own equation. Perfecting the plot. I set fire to your rain and shed light on your disdain. Bitches steps in me, but they don't swing. Gave you ample opportunity, and look what bitches do to me. That's why I'm a savage, causing damage. This shit ain't new to me. Invested energy in vain till it consume me. You act like you as real as you come. That shit blew me. Comparing yourself to me, so convert me. Hope it's really worth it be, really worth it be. Never had static with the fellas, and it's crazy. Sister solidarity, I don't really see it, baby. Yo, I keep telling y'all, I love hard, but I hate harder. I love hard, but I hate harder. I can give peace, but I can bring the slaughter. Better come correct, don't get out of order. I love hard, but I hate harder. I love hard, but I hate harder. I can give peace, but I can bring the slaughter. I'm sipping in the corner, bother.
Hello and hello to everybody out there that is listening. I know it's late. I'm in California. It's 5:23 in the morning. I just left for after hours driving home. And so y'all see the title, right? Let's talk about dumb, stupid motherfuckers tonight. Let's just talk about stupid motherfuckers in general. You know, why not? You know, it's crazy because I had a good time tonight. Overall, thug life. Ow. Okay, just turned red, so I ain't really break the law. Okay. I just went out tonight, you know, with the relative or whatever. We had a good time, whatever. But something weird happened to me tonight, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck? So, okay. So basically, okay, so let me just explain to y'all what happened. So me and my cousin, we go see a friend of hers. We go to a friend of hers' house. They having a little kickback in his spot. He has a nice little studio apartment. You know, he a DJ. And he had his girlfriend, his girlfriend's friend, and another guy that was there. And so my cousin was like, yeah, let's just go and just see what's going on or whatever. Because she knew this guy for years. And the family know him for years. Blah, 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 whatever. So then we go over there. The guy having a birthday. You know, happy Aquarius season. He was cool, whatever. And he was doing his little DJ set and stuff. It was cool. And so as soon as I come in, there's this girl there. And I see her around. Like, I don't know the bitch, but you know how, like, you can see people, you know, of them. Like, you see them around. Like, for me, okay, I'm in LA. And, of course, like, okay, I'm Belizean and Honduran American. So, like, I'm a part of the Caribbean community or whatever out here. The Central American Caribbean community, right? So, it's a very small community here in LA, Inglewood area, whatever. So, we generally see each other around all the time at certain like events and You know, if I go to the after hours or if I go to like a relative's house, I always tend to see certain people. Now, I don't know them. I don't really talk to them. I don't really fuck with them. But, you know, you just be seeing people around. You don't really know them like that. Sometimes you don't even hardly know their name. You just be like, oh, okay, I see this lady. I know she associated with my relative. Okay, whatever. So I see this bitch and she drunk. Okay. This bitch drunk as hell. And there was a guy that let us in, and he was talking to my cousin, because I was the last person to get out the car. I drove, you know, she drove, and so we get in. So anyway, so then this bitch, I see her around. I actually seen her at one of my distant cousins' repast. She know another cousin of mine. She know her very well, so she knows she don't see my face again. Okay. She gonna see my face again eventually, and she better not say a motherfucking word. Okay. So anyway, so what ended up happening was we were just drinking and having a good time. Now, mind you, this bitch was already drunk. I just barely got started. I didn't. I had like maybe a glass of wine before I got there, and so everybody else was on liquor. They liquored up. Ooh, you know, enjoying the music. You know, vibes up, whatever. And so, she already drunk. So there was a guy that welcomed my cousin in. He's like a little quirky guy. I could tell he quirky. I could tell he harmless. Like, I could read energy very well, and I could tell that he harmless, and he's just a person that like and I don't know this guy, but I could read energy really well, like I said, and I could tell that this person is harmless. Like, they probably may crack a couple of jokes. Like, he's very quirky. I could see that. And so comedian was cracking jokes. He cracked jokes with me the first time I walked in. I was like, oh, okay. You know, this dude, he's harmless. He's cool. Like, all right, whatever, right? So, anyway, so, like, I ended up, okay, so there was a girl that was there, and, she seemed to have been into him. Like, you could tell she had something going on with him or something like that, which I don't give a fuck about. I'm not here to look for no man. I don't understand these bitches these days. These bitches, and it's like, they just, oh my God, they just be too much. But, so what ended up happening was, guys, like, I could tell the guy trying to talk to me, right? You know how, like, you could, like me, when I go to a place, I like to peep the scene. I don't just dance with anybody. I like to peep the scene and see who come in with who and woo-da-woo-da-woo. You understand what I'm saying? Because things can get misconstrued, Things can be misconstrued, and you can get yourself in a situation if you're not an observant person. So I'm a very observant person. I always look around for all the exits when I go out. I'm always looking around. I like to people watch. That's my favorite thing to do. I like to people watch, and it kind of helps me. It lets me know if something's about to happen. Then I can nudge my family member who I'm with and stuff and be like, hey, we gotta go. We gotta book it. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I already see what this person on. They better come back in with a gun and woo. And okay, I can't park over there. All right, I'll just park over here. Fuck it. Anyway, so hold on, let me park a little bit. Okay. Yeah, this is the best parking spot of the night. Ain't that bad. As long as we on our street, we good. But anyways, like, she already had kind of like, in a way, like, stake her claim. Now, mind you, I'm not really coming there to talk to no nigga. I'm not interested in anybody. By the way, happy Schmalentine's, Galentine's Day to everybody, okay? Because it's officially Galentine's. But, you know, I don't give a fuck about nobody's nigga. I don't care about having nobody's man. I'm on some chill shit. I'm just, anytime I go somewhere, I always have like a good energy about me. I'm calm, I'm cool, but I'm at the same time, I can be the life of the party when I'm ready to be. And I'm just on some chill shit. You know what I'm saying? Chill, humble shit. You know what I'm saying? Chill, humble, and confident shit, I may add. And that's just the type of shit that I be on. Like, I don't really be tripping off of too much. But, you know, there's some people out there that just is so insecure, and in their mind they feel like you a certain way, you were inferior to them for superficial reasons and things like that. And so when they see that you're shining and you're getting attention that they feel like they're entitled to, they feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And so what ended up happening was like, okay, so I took the that was the gas. I just took the gas off. I'm already parked by my house. But so she already made a reference towards him, right? To basically, like, what she was saying to him was like something about, well, I can't say it right now, but she basically alluded to the fact that they used to do something together. And so the guy, he didn't deny it. Now, mind you, the guy, he seemed like a person that just kind of like jokes and laughs around with everybody. So it may come off like flirting for like the quirky, funny guy types. You know, those jovial type of guys. It may seem like they're flirting, but they're not really flirting. It's just their nature. But I do feel like he was flirting too, at the same time. But I think he was just enjoying everybody's company, just having a good time. But this girl, she was already drunk. And so every time he came, I noticed that when I was there, every time that he came around me, he would give me a high five. He gave me a side hug. He always, always say stuff to me. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not one to be rude. I didn't think he's not a bad looking guy either. He's not a bad looking guy. He was Afro-Nicaraguan. Yeah, and me and him was just talking and stuff like that. So, it was just like a light talking. It wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to, because like I said, I peeped the scene and I already know who's talking to who and everything. So that when somebody approached me, I'd be like, yeah, you need to chill. Because some niggas will try to get you caught up because they know how stupid these bitches really be over some dick, So, there was a few instances throughout the night where, like, whenever he would come to me, he would try to give me like a high five or, just on some jovial shit or whatever. She would come and she'll dance up on him. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm cheering her on. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want no nigga over there. I don't want none of them over there. I'm good. Thank you. But anyway, she just kept doing that. So I noticed that and I just didn't say nothing. So I try my best to be polite and stays away from him because I already knew that he was more interested in me than he was in her. He wasn't interested in her because this bitch is sloppy drunk. Like, first of all, I would never go to a public place or anybody's house where I don't know, okay, and just be like pissy drunk, sloppy drunk. I would never do that. If I'm going to get fucked up, I'm going to get fucked up at home, okay, where I could dance in a circle in my living room in front of my ancestor altar, being ratchet, and then I go upstairs and I go to bed. That's it, That's it. Nothing else to it, right? I would never go. If I go out somewhere like how I went out tonight, I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I have a drink limit. Once I hit my limit, I'm good. Like, if I have wine, I can coast off of wine for the whole night. I'm good. If I have beer, same thing. If I have liquor, like I have like maybe 3 liquor drinks, like maybe like a Hennessy and Red Bull, which is my go-to drink, okay? I get like a Hennessy and Red Bull. So I maybe have 3 Hennessy and Red Bull. And then maybe after that, I'll probably have like a wine or a beer. And then that'll be the end of that for the night, right? But this bitch, she was just sloppy drunk. And whenever I noticed, like, whenever he said something to me, she'd just be sitting there with an attitude and all this stuff. So, and she made a reference, like I said, towards something that they had. She's like, oh, you did this and this from the back. That's all I'm going to say. She's like, oh, you did this and that from the back, like that. And he didn't deny it. So obviously they had a little tryst or whatever. Because the guy that we went to go see, that was his homeboy, and then his girlfriend is friends with her, so they probably had a little double date, type of thing. So, anyways, so fast forward. So, like, okay, when I got there, I went to Carl's Jr., which is right up the street from the house. My cousin had texted me the address to the guy house. I stopped at Carl's Jr. I got like a little food. I didn't end up eating it. Too bad. I was angry. But I bought some food, and then I had that bag, and I had my phone with me. My phone. I had my phone with me. And I remember, because I know I'm crazy. I'm crazy, but I know I'm not crazy. You understand? I had my phone on the couch. When I came in, I set the phone directly on top of the couch. Remember my words, on top of the couch. Before the end of the night, because after we were supposed to, actually the original plan was for us to go to the hookah bar. The hookah bar was not closed. I mean, was not open. It was closed. And so we ended up going to this guy's house. And her friend she knew for years. Okay. He's just a guy to me. But anyway, so I had my phone on top of the couch, and we was getting ready to leave because we was going to go to the next spot. My relative's boyfriend, friend had a party and stuff in a garage, he like a mechanic. He had like a little party, like a party at his garage or whatever, on Slauson. So we went over there. So before we went over there, it was time for us to go. I had just poured my second drink, and I didn't even finish the second drink all the way. I ended up pouring it out. I just poured it out in the bathroom sink because my cousin was getting ready to go, and then I noticed that the drunk girl, she was tripping off of the funny dude. I think she was mad at him because he was trying to talk to me. But I really didn't have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, I just got there. It's not my fault that he's talking to me. Whatever. I'm just, and I made sure I stayed away from it because I could have did the most if I wanted to, but I'm not like that. I don't even know her, but I could have did a whole lot more just because I know she was vexed, but I didn't do all that. I'm chilling. I don't want nobody. I'm cool. I don't want nobody. So anyway, we get ready to leave, right? And so when we getting ready to leave, I said, let me go to the bathroom right quick. So I come in, I come back out, and I don't see my motherfucking phone. I'm like, okay, this shit is weird, right? I'm like, this shit is weird as fuck. I'm like, where my phone at? Because I know exactly where I left my motherfucking phone. Because I'm not drunk. This bitch is drunk. I'm not drunk. Everybody else was drunk. Everybody else was nice. They had already been drinking hard before I got there. My cousin already had her little drink. She was already buzzing when I got there. I was the only person that wasn't really buzzed or anything like that. And I pretty much had my first liquor drink when I was there. So I know it wasn't nothing else. I had my phone directly on the couch. So when I come back out, the phone is gone. I'm like, where my phone? And so my cousin tells the guy at the house, her friend, the one that invited us, she was like, oh, my cousin, she misplaced her phone. The phone, can we look for it? And he was gracious. He was nice enough to let me look several times and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I ain't really tripping. I could just buy me another phone. It ain't nothing. But I do know that I left my phone on top of the couch, and I know my phone ain't got no motherfucking legs. That's what I said, I was like, it ain't nothing. I could buy me a phone, whatever. I can easily go. So what I noticed is that my spirits was talking to me. Immediately, y'all. I'm not going to even lie to you. Inside my motherfucking chest, I felt like this person touched my motherfucking phone. She must have did it when nobody else noticed. She must have did it. Because I remember exactly where I put my phone, y'all. It was just on top of the couch. You sit on top of the couch, you put your phone right next to you. Just right there. Right there. Okay? So this is let me tell you the funny part. So we looking around for phone. I'm like, okay, where my motherfucking phone at? Woo, everybody looking around, whatever. My cousin need to find her phone, Because everybody finna leave. Because we all know the spot that we all gonna go to afterwards. We all talked about the spot we were gonna all meet at. And whatever. So everybody looking around for the phone. So I remember the person, the girl, the drunk girl, her, she was like something about the phone company that my phone was with. Metro PCS. I ain't gonna lie, I got Getro PCS. Yes, I do. So I have Metro PCS phone. So it's funny how she said Metro PCS. So I already know the bitch had my phone. So this is what happened, you guys. She hid my phone and she put it somewhere, right? So, okay, I walked out one time and I was a little upset. I walked out, I was a little upset, but I said, let me just walk out before I say anything. I don't want to disrespect this guy's home. Let me just walk on out. So I walked out. My cousin found me. I said, look, I'm going to keep it real with you. I think that little short bitch, I think that little bitch right there, I said, she must have hid my phone because she felt some type of way about this bald-headed dude. You know, I don't know if he got Swarovski crystals all over his cock or what. I don't know. I don't know if his balls smell like lavender or what. I don't fucking know. But the way how she acted, I really feel like this bitch really hid my phone. Because I knew where my phone was at. I told her, I said, I know where the fuck my phone was at. I didn't tuck my phone in nowhere. It was on top of the couch. So then I come back in. And then my cousin ends up finding it. Now, when I knew that this girl had something to do with it because you could tell because like there's people that will hide shit from you and then they'll try to help you so-called find it. And I felt like that's what she was doing. Something in my spirit was like, this bitch did it. Ain't nobody else did it but her. Nobody else did it but her. And so anyways, my cousin ends up finding the phone. It turns out that the couch had like the seat that I had it on, it had a compartment where you lift it up and it's like a chest. You know, like those sectional couches, I guess. I guess there's one of those sectional couches where you lift up the seat and it's a chest. My phone was in there. So how the fuck my phone be on top? How the fuck my phone is on top of the couch and then next thing you know it's in a compartment? Right? That means she hid my shit. She hid it and then try to act like she was looking for it. But at the same time, she was talking about Metro PCS phone and, Minoti phone. But the whole time, it was her. And I told my cousin, I know it's that bitch. And I told her, I said, let me tell you something. I told my cousin, I was like, let me tell you something. Cause my cousin was like, I got your back. You know, if you want to get your phone out. Ooh. I said, yeah. I said, I'm not leaving without my motherfucking phone. I can always buy another one, but I said, I'm not leaving without my phone. These days we have our phones and it's like we have our whole fucking lives on there. Got our personal information, our emails, you know, where we go shopping at and all that stuff. It's important. Once you take somebody's phone, like, of course my phone had a lock on it, but once you take somebody's phone, like, that's it. And, so anyway, we ended up finding the phone. And so I had some words with her because she, the main one, gonna come up to me and was like, yeah, oh, you found it? I said, yeah, I found it. And I had some words with her. I was just like, she's like, you good? I said, are you sure that I'm good? I was like, because I know my phone ain't got no motherfucking legs. I know exactly where the fuck my phone was at. I know my phone was on top of the couch. And I know that somebody hid my shit because they wanted to be funny and they wanted to hide my shit. And I know my shit ain't got no fucking legs. That's what I'm talking about. She ain't had nothing to say. See, she was bucking up at old boy because that's a man. He not gonna hit her. And like I said, I read his energy up and down. I knew he wasn't gonna hit her. He wasn't going to be combative with her. That's why she was talking that shit. Because if he was one of those ignorant ass niggas, she wouldn't have been saying it. She would have been completely mum. You feel me? She'd have been quiet. But she already read this dude energy and she already fucked with him or whatever. So she already know he ain't gonna do shit. But when I had my words with her, she didn't have nothing to say because she knew it was her. And then her other friend that was with her, I didn't have no issue with her. She didn't have no issue with me. But I think she knew that her friend did it too. Or whatever. But anyway, I end up leaving. And, before I walked in, bitch, I took my motherfucking shoes off because I didn't even know what was going to happen, to be honest. I took my damn shoes off and I told my cousin, I said, I know for a fact that she hid I know exactly where I put my phone. I know for a fact that she hid my phone to, try to get back at me over some guy that didn't even want her, by the way, because every time he sat down and she kept on dancing on him, you can see the look on his face that he was not interested. She was trying to throw it on him. You could tell she really wanted some DICK tonight, but he was just not, you know what I mean? He just wasn't feeling it. And he wasn't super, super flirty with me, but you could tell that he was more so talking and friendly with me, trying to get to know me. And she didn't like that. So anyways, needless to say, you know, I got my phone back. And I was just like, ooh, girl, like, it's crazy how people be going out their way to try to do some stuff. But when I confronted her, she didn't really have nothing to say. After I said what I had to say, she was really quiet because I think she knew that I knew that she knew that she did it. And I just walked away and left it at that. You ain't had nothing to say. She wanted to bang for Trey and this and that to this nigga. She ain't bang that shit with me because, bitch, I don't give a fuck where you from. I'm from my mama's pussy. And I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that gang shit. You can't whoop my ass. I know that. So anyway, girls and boys, excuse me. Anyways, guys, so like I end up getting my phone back, but it's just crazy how people be really going out of their way. Stupid motherfuckers just going out of their motherfucking way because they so bothered. And I think she really had a problem because let me just keep it real with you guys for a minute. Let me keep it real with you guys. I be noticing that I get a lot of static from females, like a lot of static from females. It'd be, and most of the time, it be females that don't look like me. I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm going to let your imagination run wild as fuck right now. Wild as fuck. I'm going to say it again. It be bitches that don't look nothing like me. That's the closest proximity to whiteness. That be the main ones trying to hate. Main ones trying to provoke the fuck out of me. And if I beat their ass, then I look like a fucking bully. You understand what I'm saying? It's like they like diet white women. They just force you to live to a negative. They force you to live up to a negative stereotype. They will provoke you. They have all these microaggressions and blah, blah, blah. And I really think with this girl, because she was all up on my cousin, but she was a little standoffish towards me. Bitch, I don't know you. I don't care to know you. She knew of my cousin and my aunties and whoever. I don't know this bitch and I don't care. She knew of my other cousin too. But again, I don't know this bitch and I don't care. So, I felt like from me, I felt like she was mad because she felt like she was entitled to this guy and entitled to his attention because she felt like she looked a certain way that he should be into her more and not be into me. That's what it really was about. See, they can't take it when they're not the center of attention because they're always the center of attention. So when they see my blackity black ass get attention and I'm not even trying, I'm just being myself. I'm just being my motherfucking self in all its motherfucking splendor. Myself, me. You feel me? And so, yeah, and they be on some hater shit. She felt entitled to this guy's attention and she wanted to get back at me by hiding my phone. And I'm just like, you a punk ass bitch, yo, because it's like, you couldn't even tell me to my face, yeah, I hid your phone, bitch. What you gonna do about it? If you would have said that, at least I would have respected you. I would have respected you. We would have fought. Absolutely. We would have fought. But I would respect you for it because at least you said it to my motherfucking face. Like, yeah, bitch, I hid your phone. I felt some type of way, girl. You was trying to talk to my dude. He ate my shit from the back. And he stopped talking to me. And he acted funny. And you just walked in and took all of the attention. I didn't like it. But people just don't know how to be transparent these days. I felt like it was very juvenile. It was very childlike. Because only a kid would hide things. Like a little child will hide something from you just to be funny. Like a little kid. Like, oh, where's my stuff? Give my shit back. Like that kind of shit. That's what you doing. But you ain't even woman enough to tell me to my face. You drunk as hell, but you know that you moved my phone. But, anyways, it's just crazy how people really just go out of their way. Literally just go out of their way to try. And you know what? I had spiritual favor that night. You know why? Because everybody else was sympathetic towards me and wanted to help me find my phone, in which I appreciate that. You know what I mean? And I think the other girl knew that her friend was responsible, and she was just trying to smooth things over. I felt with her energy, she didn't really want a problem, but she know her friend ain't shit. You know, she was more classy. She know her friend ain't shit. So anyway, when we got outside, when me and my relative, and I told my relative, I was like, yeah, I'm glad I got my phone back, but I don't like that shit. And, you know, yeah, it's going to be a problem if she run into me again. And she better not leave her phone around me, because that shit going against the fucking wall. I'm going to throw that shit against the wall. And then my cousin was telling me how, you know, the guy, the girl that he was with, I guess, was kind of acting a little jealous too. So I said, damn, they both kind of like really insecure. Yeah, that's something that I really would like to talk about too, eventually in the next podcast episode, about how insecure women are. It is just absolutely ridiculous. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why women would act like that, you know? And then, like I said, this woman felt like because she looked a certain way that he would be into her, but he's not. He was into me because for whatever reason, obviously I carry myself way better than you do. I'm not going into anybody's house pissy drunk, dancing up on everybody and, you know, acting like, I don't know, just whatever. I know how to conduct myself in public. Even when I'm drunk, you can't even tell that I'm drunk like that. You can't even tell that I'm drunk. That's how good I mask my shit. You can't even tell that I'm drunk. And I don't even get drunk. Let me just say that. I get nice, or I get tipsy, or you know, like, you know, but it's not like I'm drunk. But anyway, I ended up getting my phone back and everything's all good. I ended up going out afterwards. I ended up having a good time. It was good vibes. And I talked to a sister tonight about St. Thomas. And it's just crazy how there was a lot of synchronicities today. And I have to be thankful for that too. There was a lot of synchronicities today. Let me tell you guys the synchronicities that I came across tonight. Sorry. I have a Belize flag and a Honduras flag in my car. And I was pulling up by Carl's Jr. that was by the place that we were supposed to meet up at. And so the lady saying in Spanish, "Oh, you're a catracha. You're Honduran, whatever." She saw my flag, whatever. So I told her in Spanish, mi abuelito, from Honduras, right? La Ceiba, whatever. So I told her in Spanish that's where my grandfathers is from. Both grandfathers on both sides is from Honduras. And I said, my grandmother, everybody else is from Belize. And so me and her, we got to talking. She is a Carl's Jr. worker. And me and her, we got to talking and stuff like that. And she told me, guys, get this. I asked her, how much is a Honduran dollar, which is called a lempira? How much is a Honduran dollar to a US dollar? Like one US dollar is how much in Honduran currency? She told me it's $25. $25 is one US dollar. And she told me, she said, you need to go out there and buy property. She was like, a house out here that's like 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom house usually costs $400K out here. But you can get a house out there for $100K in Honduras money. $100K. Basically $100K in Honduras money, right? Lempira. So I'm like, wow, I couldn't believe it, because I know Belize is $2 to a US dollar. So I guess, obviously Honduras is a little bit more poor, obviously. A lot more, I guess, compared to Belize, because Belize is 2 for 1. They're 25 to 1. And she was telling me 100K. So I was like, so when I Googled 100K, how much is 100K lempira in US dollar? Do you know that shit is only 41.10? So I could easily go to Honduras and I can get me a house for a little over 4 G's. Get me a big fucking house. Living like a fucking queen. And I was just like, wow. And she asked me, she said, have you been to Honduras? I said, no, I haven't been there. I really want to go. I want to go to Roatan. Because that's the only place that I would live at, because Roatan is like the Caribbean of Honduras. Like, they like the Caribbean. They have a couple of islands off of Honduras, but Roatan is the only one I know of so far that has people that speak like Caribbean English, like, you know, like Creole or Patois, whatever. And that's what they speak there. They speak Spanish, but then they speak mostly English on the island of Roatan. So that would be the place that I would be at, you know. Everywhere else, I would have to really brush up and get better with my Spanish. I'm okay with my Spanish, but I could definitely get better. You know. Certain places that I go to, I like to practice my Spanish. And I feel like the Spanish speaking community, they really appreciate that. There's a lady at the gas station I always go see, and they be helping me with my Spanish too. Like, every time I see her, when I go to the gas station, I'd be like 20 a la ocho, like, you know, 20 on number 8, you know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I told her in Spanish, I said 20 para ocho. And there was a guy behind me. He said, actually, you don't say pera, you say ala. I was like, oh, okay. So I guess that means for a person. And then ala is not a person. I guess you just say ala, whatever. It's not a person, it's a thing. So I guess, you know, the way how I was saying it, I said 20 para ocho. But I'm saying it as if ocho is a person. So the guy corrected me. He said, no, actually you say ala. So next time when you come here, you say 20 a la ocho, not 20 para ocho. I said, oh, okay. And the lady was like, yeah. So ever since then, I come and I tell her, you know, and stuff. So I be trying to learn. I be really trying to learn. But anyway, what was I getting at? Oh, so anyway, yeah, I was talking about, you know, traveling out there. But anyway, the sister that I met at the club. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, never mind. Let me, before I go into that. Yeah, so Honduras, man, 100K for a house. And it's only 41.10 in US dollars. And you can get a nice, beautiful house out there. And she told me it's so beautiful. She said, go out there. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Or whatever. Obviously, she was from Honduras too. And she was like, yeah, you should definitely go. And I was like, yeah. I said, you know, I've been to Belize, but I never went to Honduras, and I always wanted to go. I have a whole family out there. My grandpa's people, the Nunez side, the Nunez Garcia Sambula side, they from out there, you know what I mean? Both of my grandpas are from Honduras, both of them, you know? And so, but everybody else is from Belize, because they're originally from Honduras, but my grandpas, they end up moving to Belize, and that's where they met, you know, my grandmothers, and that's how we ended up where we at, you know? But anyway, yeah, this lady told me that. So when she told me that, I was like, wow, that shit really got my wheels turning. As soon as I pulled out of the drive-thru and I looked at my phone, I see 11:11. And I was like, that's got to be a message. That was the first message I got today. And I was just like, okay, that's what y'all want? Y'all want me to get a house out there? Yay, that'll definitely be on my list. And then the second message I got tonight too, was the lady that I meet. There's this lady that I met whenever I go out. She has such a radiant beauty about her. She's so much full of wisdom, and she's 47 years old and doesn't look 47 at all. She looks every fucking bit of let me see how old she looks. She looks every bit of like, she looks my age. Let me just keep it real. She looks my age. She looks fabulous, and she's thin, dark-skinned woman with big, beautiful hair. She's just absolutely just gorgeous and classy and regal. Every time I see her, she just has, you could just tell she's different from everybody in that fucking room. And I remember a couple of times we went there, me, her, and my cousin, we had really good conversations about, positivity and living your best life. Because she says she's done so many things. We were sitting there listening to her because she's such a great, like, storyteller. And she was just telling us, like, all the places that she's been and how she travels and enjoys life. And she's like, yeah, you guys are young, travel, enjoy life. Don't let nobody, don't let nobody try to stifle you, and, believe that you can get out of whatever situation. Like, we had really, really good conversations. I met her again tonight, and she told me, she personally invited me. She said, when next time you come, I want to talk to you about going to St. Thomas. She said, I used to live in St. Thomas. I have a house out there. I want to do a sisters retreat where it's just all sisters and we all go and we just have a good time. We do yoga, we meditate on the beach, and we do this, that, and the third, and it'll be a night. I said, oh my God, like music to my ears. I said, definitely what I need. Definitely what the shaman ordered. Okay, I need it. And it kind of made me feel like, okay, this is the message. St. Thomas and Honduras. That's the message. And there's so much travel plans, so many places I want to go. I want to do a whole lot of traveling. I can't wait that when everything gets back to, well, I don't think things will ever be the same, to be honest, after this, corona. But when things kind of get back to where we can actually travel freely and things like that or whatever, I can't wait to go, when there's lesser restrictions. But anyway, I'm glad that I'm able to focus on the positive things tonight. But I just wanted to come on here and just be like, even though people be trying to like provoke me and people be trying to like do me some kind of harm in even in the most microaggressive way, it's like somehow I still have spiritual favor. Still have spiritual favor to where the people that are around me are trying to make sure that that it gets handled. Like the people around me are like on my side and making sure that it get handled. You know what I'm saying? It could have been worse. And I'm proud of myself because it could have been worse, like to the point where I could have really put hands on this woman, knowing I knew that this girl was drunk and everything, but I really could have took it far. I really could have really painted her face on the pavement. Y'all don't understand. I really could have put paws on this bitch, but I didn't do it. Because it's like, you ain't no competition to me. And at the same time, if I was to haul off and beat your ass, I'll look like the fucking big old bad dark-skinned bully from Hades. I'll be the big ass fucking bully and blah, 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 And I get that a lot. Like, you guys don't understand. I get that a lot. I get a lot of bitches that try to just provoke me because they feel intimidated by me for some reason. And I don't even be trying hard to make myself intimidating. I'm just who I am. But because they're the type of people that try so fucking hard and like that type of thing, and they feel entitled because they look a certain way and they look closer to white and they see somebody else that they feel that they're superior against, and they see that this person is secure with themselves. They don't like that. And I notice that I get that all the time. It's usually bitches that don't look nothing like me that like to provoke me. They love to provoke me. They want to force me to live up to a stereotype that I'm trying to disassociate from anyway. They try to force you to live up to it. So it's kind of like, for me, every day it's like a battle of me either being a bigger person or meeting them at their level. And it's just like a thing for me. You want to be above it. You want to take the high road, but at the same time, you want to let a bitch know what's up. So it's just kind of like a seesaw for me. And it's just crazy. It's actually like, like I said, even though people will try to do things, I'm glad that I even found my phone, because had I not made it a point for me to get my shit back, I don't play about shit like that. Now I lost my glasses. I must have dropped them outside. But I don't fucking play like that, because I know what people could do with people's personal shit. Right. I don't want you holding my shit, doing some foo-foo type of shit to my motherfucking phone and shit just because you mad over some dick. You know what I'm saying? I told my cousin I'm getting my motherfucking phone back. I'm getting my phone back. I don't have a problem buying another phone, but shit, I want my shit back. And I know in my heart, in my soul, I know this bitch hid my shit on purpose. But you know, I ended up still getting it anyway, so I guess that's cool. Because nowadays your phone is like a mini computer. It's a handheld computer. You have everything on there. You know, that's my personal property. But either way, you know, it's just interesting to see how people really be acting towards you, and you don't even be trying to make enemies. I'm a person, everywhere I go, I come in peace. I come with my positive attitude. I come in peace. And it's like, it's just not enough for certain people. You know, if I'm not running behind them like a little ass puppy, you know, or whatnot, it's just like, you know, I felt like she was low-key colorist. I'm not going to lie to you. She probably felt like she thought that she was better than me because I'm the darkest woman in the room. And she got jealous because the guy that she wanted was kind of talking to me and trying to gravitate towards me, but he knew he couldn't do it. He couldn't talk to, like, if she wasn't there, he would have definitely shooted his shot. Like, officially, he would have shooted his shot if she wasn't there. But like I said, every time he tried to come near me or make small talk with me, she'll come and she'll dance on him and, you know, move him out the way and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, okay. And he was getting annoyed with it too. I didn't say nothing because either way, I don't want you. I'm a polite person, but it's like, I don't want you. I don't want nobody over there. No offense, no shade. I don't want nobody over there though. So yeah, it's just crazy. Like, people really be going out their way or like on some hater shit. This is some stupid ass motherfucker stupid. They try to provoke people that they're intimidated by. And it's some sad shit. I've never been that bothered by somebody to the point where I feel like I had to hide their motherfucking phone. And on top of that, you have a nerve to try to hide my shit and act like you trying to look for it, and then low-key making comments. My cousin had to tell her, like, don't even say all that or something like that, because I had walked out and I heard a little talking and stuff, but I just kept walking because I was like, whatever, I'm not going to feed into it or whatever, because this person is a low level. Let me tell you something. I walk around with my protections on me. I think this bitch didn't like me when she first see me, because I have my protections on me. I have my protection necklace. I have my crystals on me. She felt intimidated by me the moment I walked in that motherfucking room. She felt intimidated, and I felt it too. I can feel when people are intimidated by me or whatever. They don't have nothing to fear, because if you don't do me no harm and you come at me with respect, you don't have anything to worry about. But if you plan on doing me harm down the line, you should be worried. I think that she was already intimidated by me as soon as I walked through the door. Like most bitches. It's cool. It's cool. I felt like that was the case. And I felt like that was her way of trying. It was kind of like a passive aggressive way to try to like get back at somebody. Oh, I'm going to hide her phone. And then the next time you come, you can just take my shit, take my phone and do whatever that you try to do with it. You know? Like I said, I knew exactly where it was. It's on top of the couch. How it go from on top of the couch to in some kind of little secret compartment. She definitely put it up there when nobody wasn't looking. Probably acting like she looking for something, and then just grabbed the phone and just slid it under there on purpose. But like I said, you know, I ended up getting my stuff back, and the people that were there, they helped me. And I confronted the girl. She didn't have nothing to say. After I found my phone, I confronted her. She ain't had shit to say. She wasn't banging on me like how she banged on dude. She ain't had shit to fucking say. And I didn't have a problem with her friend, but you know how enabling ass friends go. I have your back when you right or wrong. That's some dumb ass shit. I don't like that. That means you enabling your friend. You don't know what your friend did. Your friend probably starts some shit and you still gonna have their back anyway. I'm not that type of friend. I don't even have friends. I don't even fuck with friends. I don't even fuck with people. But, you know, I had no issue with her. But if she wanted to get down because of, because of her homegirl, I ain't got no issue with you, but we gonna have to do that if you want to. But hey, she didn't want no parts, and her friend didn't want no parts either. She know her friend ain't shit. The other girl, I'm not talking about the bitch that, hit my phone. I'm talking about her friend. Her friend, I could tell, like, she didn't really want no issues. And so when somebody don't want no issues, I could tell she not an ignorant person, but she know that her friend is ignorant, and she probably have to save her friend from a lot of ass whoopings. And I feel sorry for that young lady too, because that bitch is an ignorant little bitch, and she gonna do it to the wrong person. See me, I'm a Zen bitch. I'm a spiritual gangster. I am. I know she's lucky she didn't catch me about 2, 3, 4 years ago. She would have got fucked up. I would have painted the street with her fucking face. I would have definitely did that. But I know how to control myself a lot more better. I know how to take the high road. And like I said, everybody made sure that I got my shit back. My cousin found my phone. She made sure I got it back. And I got it back, She thought that she succeeded, but everybody came together to help me. That's true spiritual favor right there. So anyways, it's some crazy shit. Like people really ain't shit, y'all. People really ain't shit. And it's like they not even bold enough to say, yeah, I took that shit. Yeah. So people will just come at you all kind of ways. See, I have my protections on me, and I know for a fact that she felt intimidated by me. Because when you I feel like the negative entities that attach to people, especially when they're drunk, because this person is operating from their lower self. They're operating strictly from ego. The spirits that took over this girl, the evil entities that are attached to this little bitch, was intimidated by me, because they was in the presence of something, and they had to do something weak like that in order to get a reaction, and that's what people do. There are people that are sent in your life to be hindrances. People are sent to your life to be distractions. As soon as you figure things out, and as soon as you figure things out, like trying to get out the matrix or whatever, here comes the distraction. So there's people that are just empty vessels. There's people out here that don't have no soul, empty vessels, only operating from their lower selves. They don't know anything else. And when they're in the presence of somebody who's not about that bullshit, these are the little things that they do. See, one of these days she gonna do that to the wrong person and get her ass fucked up. Because I could have easily took it there. And my cousin was like, hey, do what you gotta do, cousin. She's like, I got your back. Let's walk back in there, girl. Because, let me put my stuff in the car. I was like, yeah, because I feel like this girl did it. And I'm not trying to start no shit. Because even if I know that I could have lost my own phone, I would know. But I remember exactly where I put it. And I knew it was her. My spirit told me it was her. I knew it was her that do it. Who else would do it? And then try to help me look for her, and then made little snarky comments when I guess when I left. I guess that's what my cousin said, but my cousin had to talk her down, like, girl, you need to calm down. You don't know my cousin. You don't really want these problems. You don't want these problems. Don't even go there. Don't do that. And I'm glad that she had my back. That's all I ask, is for people to have my back, because I have everybody else's back. But anyway, yeah. So spiritual protection, y'all. It's an absolute must. And like I said, I'm glad that I keep myself protected and everything, because if I didn't, shit could have went left. She could have went all the way left. And I'm proud of myself for not letting it like take over, not letting my anger take over. I never had to argue and fight with people until I get around certain people. Like last year, I guess things have been going too well last year as far as me having any problems with people. Last year was such a peaceful year. I didn't have no arguments or nothing. I didn't have to raise my voice. I didn't argue with anybody because I kept myself completely isolated. Of course, when I started getting social again, just late last year, and then like coming into now, I had to check I had to check 3 motherfuckers. I had to check 3 of them, but it's okay, because when things are going well, it's just the law of rhythm. If things are going very, very well, eventually that pendulum will swing the opposite way. It's just a part of the thing. Nothing can be good all the time. Nothing can go bad all the time. It's like, it's just the balance, but anyways, guys, I'm finna get up out of here, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm like, what? It is crazy. I don't even have to try. Motherfuckers be really on one. I didn't even have to try. And the crazy part about it is, I know I'm gonna see this bitch around again. See, that's the thing. I know I'm gonna see this bitch around again, and she better not say not one word to me, because my fist will be right in between her eyes. I swear to God, it's just gonna go right there. Bink. Right there. And then the next fist gonna be on her throat. I'm not playing with her. I got my shit back. But let me tell you something. She gonna do that to the wrong person, and she gonna get fucked up. Because you too small. You too small to be problematic. You can't be little and be problematic. You just can't do it. And she lucky she have her friend there with her, But anyway, I'm finna get up on out of here. I want to thank you guys for watching the show. I am going to come back because I definitely do want to do an episode about insecure women and things like that, and the issues that I have with other women. It's just so fucking sad. It is the saddest thing ever. I be really trying to connect with other women, and it's been hard. I mean, I connected with 2 women tonight, so that's a good thing. Some good things came out of tonight, though, of what I told you guys, about the trips and the retreats and buying houses and this and that. There's so many things that I want to do, so many places that I want to go, and I'm just really excited about life. And I'm not going to let anybody stifle me or hinder me in any kind of way. And I'm just the type of person that I just don't like to mix up with people. I'm not a very mixy kind of bitch. I don't like to mix up with a lot of people. I really don't. I don't like stupid motherfuckers, dumb motherfuckers. I don't like fake people. I don't like insincere and disingenuous people. I don't like that. You either come at me correctly. Even if you don't like me, if you stay out of my way and you show me you don't like me, I have fucking respect for that. I got respect for that. I'd rather have you do that than to be all up in my face, trying to act like trying to be all in my world, trying to act like you fuck with me when you know in your heart you don't. I'd rather just you show me you don't like me. At least I know where I fucking stand with your ass. You know what I mean? What do the 48 laws of power say? If you gonna trust anybody, you could trust your enemy, because your enemy has a lot to prove. The person that you really should watch is the person that's the closest to you. That's the person that you really should watch, because they know all your business, all your fucking business. And that's a fact, Jack. Anyways, guys, so we get into an hour, and right, all I want to say is just keep your spiritual protection up, because these motherfuckers is going nuts around this motherfucker. It's the Mercury retrograde, so I expected these kind of things to happen, but keep your spiritual protections up. Even if something does happen, it'll always work out in your favor. That's what I've noticed. Life happens, shit happens, regardless of how spiritual you are and what you do. But when you do keep yourself spiritually rooted and booted, when shit does arise, when things do happen, it won't be as bad. You'll have people that are willing to help you and support you. And it'll be a more softer blow versus you being completely spiritually naked and just shit going left really, really quick. And that's that. So I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. And you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah. Cosmic mind trip, astral flying. Who knows what I'll be when words colliding? Sitting in my room, drinking whiskey and water, looking at 2020 like try me. I'm down for the slaughter. Motherfuckers oughta give this brew a holler before the time robs her. Mundane grabbing collars, lyrics in exchange for dollars. Energy shifting for us cosmic scholars, visualizing pieces falling back into place. Knowing challenges will ensue, but I still keep the pace. Puff a blunt to the face. Now the head's out of space, so make way. Black kyanite on my chest, take it to the dimensions of pure bliss. Black kyanite on my chest, take us to the dimension of pure bliss. Pockets of light, cosmic harmony, spirit takes flight. Pockets of light, cosmic harmony, spirit takes flight. 555 1111 444, all the messages at my door, messages to forward. I myself is the master and the Lord, the God and the devil, the earth and the shovel. Truth be told, the red pill with many levels. Cosmic mind trip, astral flying. Who knows where I'll go with these words colliding? Sitting in my room, drinking whiskey and water, looking at the 2020 like try me. I'm down for the slaughter. Motherfuckers oughta give this brew a holler before the time robs her. Mundane grabbing collars, lyrics in exchange for dollars. Energy shifting for us cosmic scholars.